We're gonna be on TV. We're gonna be on TV. You ready to be on TV? Are we on the TV? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Are we on the TV? Oh, did I turn the microphone on? Sorry, on the top. Is it up to?
Yes,
up?
it's on.
Cool. I wasn't sure if I did that, and we're making sure. Anyway, hi. Probably people are just getting here, so yay. Hello. You're a good girl. You are. Who's excited that Lauren and Heather are here? You are. Yay. All right. Well, good afternoon from a lovely day at Catskill Animal Sanctuary. I would say sun's out, guns out, but as you can see, there's not a lot going on up there, so we're gonna just enjoy basking in the sun, regardless of the actual strength of our arms. So yes, Lauren here, Imogen here with me, of course, because if you're ever near this group of chickens and turkeys, Imogen is here and demanding. Are you demanding? No.
Just
Never.
asking politely.
Yes. Politely and insistent. What's the word?
Insistently.
Insistently. Thank you. That's the word I'm looking for. And assisting me today with filming and going to be on the camera in a little bit and helping me when I can't remember words. It's Heather!
Hi, folks.
Hi, Heather! So yes, Heather and I are going to swap places in a little bit. Maybe. I might not let Heather. I might keep all the image and love for myself. What do you think? You know, I was just thinking, Heather, before we got started, I feel like it was not that long ago when I was doing one of these virtual sanctuaries, like, in the snow with the goats. You remember that?
Of course.
Right?
Of course, I never miss an episode.
Well, I mean, I know that. I was just saying, like, I feel like it was just snowing not all that long ago. And now here we are. Right?
Hi, Janine. Hi, Lindsay.
So yeah, we are hanging out here today with some of our very, very lovely birds. Of course, my girl Imogen. Oh, what's that? Who is that? I don't know. And somewhere else is Malika, the other turkey. Oh, she's over there. And then I don't know how well we can see them in the background over there, but
we can see her.
Oh, okay, there's a whole bunch of other chickens over there. And then who's that beautiful turkey over yonder?
A most beautiful lady, you could say.
Oh my goodness, is that because her name is Lady?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Sure is.
So that is a beautiful turkey named Lady, who we have mentioned a few times on our social media, but she has not made an appearance on Virtual Sanctuary yet. So she's kind of just doing her thing way over there right now. But maybe towards the end, if she doesn't come over, we'll go over and say hello. You will certainly hear her in the background throughout our little video here today, because she's extremely loud and she likes to, definitely likes to make her voice known.
Yeah.
For sure. Yes. So yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about these guys today. So we've talked about their story before, and in terms of where they all came from and how long they've been here and all that, but just for a little refresher, my girl Imogen and Malika, the other turkey who's in here, who's not Lady, Malika's kind of more shy. She's probably not going to come over to say hello, which is fine, of course. But, well, oh, are we going in the dust bath?
We've got a dust bather over there.
Going in the dust bath. We'll have to see if she actually gets in for a little and then we can check in on her if she does. So my beautiful Imogen here has been with us here at the sanctuary for almost 6 years now. It'll be 6 years in November. And I know that November, we don't like that. We don't like to think about November. Cover your little ears. We don't like to think about November when we are a turkey or when we're someone who cares about turkeys. And Imogen and Malika and two other friends, they did show up here in November a couple of years ago. And as far as where they came from, your guess is as good as mine, because we don't know. They turned up at the driveway in a box. I don't know, Heather, what do you think?
A secret box.
A secret box. From the Turkey Fairy.
A very good friend. A very good turkey friend.
Yes, one of the best things that you could find in a box is a beautiful turkey friend. Is that right?
As long as the turkey friend is still alive, of course.
Yeah, oh yes, of course, yes. There's the holes in the box and stuff. And then we take the turkey friend out, and probably it was a little surprising to find herself here. Because, I mean, again, we don't know exactly, because Imogen doesn't like to talk about where she came from. Right, sweetie? And that's okay, you don't have to. But, we imagine that they came from a turkey farm where Imogen, when she was there, would never even had been outside. So to then come here and be like, whoa, there's a sky and stuff? What's that about? Probably was a bit of a shock, huh? But now you've been here so long. Yeah, you're doing good. Yes, you are. Yeah. You want to get in my lap?
Hey, Lauren, do all turkeys gobble?
Do all turkeys gobble? Well, as you might have noticed from Lady, there are a lot of noises that a turkey can make. So the gobbling tends to be more just the males, but oh, she is dust bathing over there, by the way. But there are a lot of other sounds that they'll make. They'll make kind of that squawking noise like Lady's doing, which is kind of the just kind of like, hey, I'm over here, like, la 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 la. I don't know, just talking to herself. She just really likes talking to herself. They kind of purr a bit when you're giving nice hugs. So, oh, we're doing that a little bit.
Our good friend Dee, hello Dee, by the way, said turkeys gobble their lunch if they're particularly hungry.
Which is all the time! This is true. Thank you, Dee. Yes, these guys get very, very hungry, huh? Yeah, maybe we'll get you a little snack of some little greens. How about that? Maybe we'll see. I can't get it, though, because turkey rules are a lot like cat rules, There's like, if you have one sitting on your lap, you're not allowed to move, because that would be a horrible offense against this beautiful creature to abandon her. And I would never. Right? Which is why Heather's not going to get to hug Imogen. All the Imogen hugs for me. All the hugs for me. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe. Do we want Heather to come around? Because Heather's going to tell us a bit about some other things having to do with the turkeys and perhaps some of the chickens if they feel like coming over. But the chickens are much more independent. They're certainly curious about us and like who we are and what we're up to here. But as you can see, they're spending most of their afternoon just pecking around in the grass. Focused. They're very focused. So, what do you think, Heather? You want to switch?
Sure.
Okay, Imogen, I'll have to go, but here comes Heather, okay? Okay, let me get up. Whoop. Whoop. Okay, whoop. Help me up. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay, now go this way, and here comes Heather. There we go. Hi, bird.
You take my... Hello. Hi, everybody. So, turkeys actually wound up being my favorite animal, which is not something I would expected. So just so you know, my favorite animal before I met Imogen was koalas. So turkeys have got to be pretty cool if they're going to beat out koalas. But this right here that Imogen is doing, kind of like spreading her wings out for a nice hug, is why I think they're so great. Because I feel like most people don't expect them to be so cuddly. I used to be a tour guide here. I was a tour guide for a few years before I switched over to communication. So I do the social media and I do some of the merchandise stuff in the Welcome Hut. And on my tours, most people would be shocked by this. How very, very... Oh, I'm sorry, I stopped.
Oh my goodness. How could you stop petting her for half of a second? How dare you?
So rude of me. So, honestly, a lot of the time, birds kind of steal the show. The chickens and the turkeys kind of like disarm people. They don't really expect them to be so friendly, so eager to hang out, but they are. So one thing that we've noticed with our social media is that a lot of folks really love when we post the cows and horses and goats, but not a lot of people interact with our chicken and turkey posts, because there's kind of a big difference, I guess, between mammals and birds, and whereas a lot of us can empathize a lot easier with a cow or a goat or a sheep, we find sometimes that the turkeys and chickens can be a little bit harder to get to know, especially chickens with those like orange, yellow, beautiful eyes sometimes look angry, but they're not, of course. They're wonderful, happy, inquisitive, and super smart. Super smart. And they also love shinies. We love shinies. Yeah. So now turkeys are my favorite. Right, Imogen? Specifically, Imogen is my favorite. Right.
And I would go as far to say that you're one of Imogen's favorite people, too.
Aww.
Me too, though.
Of course. Anyone who can get her to purr, I think, would qualify as a favorite. Right? And anyone who brings the food. Very
also,
important.
Very important. Oh, yeah. So Jenny is also completely in love with Imogen and Michael. They do love a good hug.
Yeah. Michael is one of our most popular. So Michael is another turkey who was part of the same rescue or surprise as Imogen here. And Michael is an underfoot. So for those of you who aren't really familiar with Catskill Animal Sanctuary, we have a group of animals called our underfoot herd. And they get to wander around. And Michael is part of that. So Michael often is one of the first to greet people when they come down for a visit. Right? But Imogen likes her garden house. Right?
Yeah, I don't know. So we have a few people in the chat wondering about that disconnect between, you know, the mammals and the birds. And I don't know about you, Heather, but I know you don't give so many tours these days, but I have been doing a whole bunch lately, and in my experience, like, definitely people can be a lot more nervous around the birds.
That's a great point. Yeah, a lot of folks are afraid of birds. One of my dearest friends actually had a fear of birds from a young age, from a scary experience. I know a lot of people with a fear of birds had something scary happen, sometimes even with chickens, but came here for a visit and absolutely fell in love with Imogen and some of the chickens here, like Travis, of course. So one of the things that we see here is that there's a lot of stigma around chickens and roosters in particular, because a lot of the time they are thought of as like rough around the edges, or they can sometimes be a little scary, frightening. Hi. But here we have, of course, a lot more roosters than we have hens, because roosters are abandoned a lot more, and people want to rehome them a lot more than hens, because, whoa. So sometimes when people start backyard farms, there's like a 30% chance that any of the chicks that they get will be a rooster. There's like a 30% error rate in sexing chicks. So we get calls a lot, especially this time of year, for oops roosters. So as a result, we have a lot more roosters here, and most sanctuaries have a lot more roosters than hens, so we have a lot of experience creating an environment for roosters to thrive in. So a lot of the behaviors that folks are afraid of when we think of roosters don't really happen here. Of course, there's always going to be your exceptions. There's always going to be cranky pants people, right? But yeah.
Not even all the turkeys like hugs, right? We don't want to go hug Declan.
No.
Declan is the extremely handsome male turkey who lives in a different spot here at the sanctuary, and if you've met him, you know he likes to yell at people, and he will definitely bite you. But he is extremely handsome.
Would love to hug, but no better.
No hug.
No.
Yeah, and I feel like I always get asked, like, this is the most common, people aren't super worried if any of the mammals are going to hurt them, for example, in my experience. But I feel like I get asked a lot, like, when we're going to go and hang out with the birds. Because, like, on tours, we come in with this group a lot because, I mean, look, right? And I get the question a lot, not every time, but a lot. I'm like, oh, is it going to bite me? And, you know, I will also say the word it is of course not what we want to use for these lovely creatures.
Right.
But is she going to bite me? Is he going to bite me? And
Of course, usually the answer is no.
right, and then I also tell people, and this is what I used to tell people, where I used to work before, I would work with kids and animals a lot, and they'd be like, oh, is the snake gonna bite me? I'm like, do you really think I would bring you here and ask you to touch and hold this snake if I thought that this snake was gonna bite you? And then you get always a little weirdos who are like, yeah, you would do that. Like, no, I wouldn't. Jeez, no.
No, we like to facilitate happy and loving interactions so that folks can make the connection between the animals in our hearts and the ones on our plates. Right, Imogen? Right?
Yeah, Sherry, I agree. Sometimes people don't know how to approach and say hi with the birds.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, because, yeah, like, how do, you know, we're familiar with how do you say hi to a dog? How do you say hi to a cat? But, like, you can't, you know, they don't come up and sniff you. The way, even just the way they move their bodies, they move their heads, are all different. So, they can be a little bit harder to read. But if you spend time with them, you know, then you get to know what's up. And by the way, Heather, we have a visitor. Did you notice?
Oh, what a lovely visitor
There's a
she
visitor.
is.
I'm gonna just pop the camera. Woo. Hello. It's Daisy.
Hi, Daisy.
Hi, Daisy. And then Tucker's in the background. Oh, we can see Callie in the background over there too. So just just a little update from the other goings on around the sanctuary. We have our beautiful girl Daisy hanging out. Abram is also just down there. Where's your girl, Abram? Oh, she's over by the little house. They're doing good, those two. Newer residents here.
Shall we go say hello to Lady?
I think we should go say hi to Lady.
All right, let's. I'm sorry, Imogen. I'm sorry. I'll come back for you. She may follow.
I imagine, here's my prediction, and we'll see if I'm right. Once we start walking, probably about within 10 seconds, Imogen's going to start following us. Because first she has to kind of stand here and be like, excuse me, what? And then as we walk away, here we go. Here's the beautiful lady.
Anyone else got a little Eiley Brothers? Who's that lady?
That always gets in my head when we see her. It's terrible. Oop, I'm gonna try not to trip. Hi, lady. What are you up to? Just yelling? You just having a good time? So you'll notice she is a very different looking turkey than. Oh, are you coming over? Do you want to come say hi? Coming over to say hi? Hello. Yeah. So as you'll notice, she is quite a different looking. Oh my goodness! You don't like my feet? I'm sorry. She doesn't like my feet. I'm gonna step back so she doesn't feel stressed out.
Much different vibes.
Yes. Also, look, Heather, quick.
Oh.
Look, did I say or did I not say? Look, here she comes.
Hi, babe. She's like, was not done.
Hello, did you forget me? Hello.
Imogen doesn't like it when we're not about Imogen.
But yes, so as you can tell, Lady looks a lot different from Imogen. You're gonna come right up to say hello. It's harder to get you in the camera, sweetheart, when you do that.
Look at those feathers in the sun.
Oh my gosh, beautiful. Hi. So I'm not gonna try to hug Lady because she's not a hugger. She's just not. It's not her thing. So, right? Yeah, we respect boundaries. Are you just gonna yell at me? Do you want me to back off? Yeah, okay.
We've got a question here from Shannon. What other animals do we have?
Oh my goodness. Well, as we just saw, there we go, some of our other animal friends. There are the cows who live over there. There's a horse in the background over there as well. There's 2 sheep who are just over there. I don't see Lola from where we're standing, but Lola is a duck. And then in addition to them, there's pigs and goats and more horses and more cows and more sheep and geese and Little donkey and her daughter and 2 little rabbits. Did I miss anyone? Is this a donkey? You hear that? I hope that got picked up.
Trudy, we said donkey.
Yeah, see, we've been practicing our cues here, right? We've been practicing. We're getting it. Imogen, are you looking for snacks now? Did you get tired of us and you decided you wanted to find snacks? Oh, no, wait. Here she comes. Oh, what do we do? What do we do with you?
If snuggles are on the table, we always choose
Oh, my
snuggles.
goodness. Okay, hold on. I'm probably kneeling in poo. Am I kneeling
Worth
in poo?
it.
Am I kneeling in poo? Oh, you want to climb all the way in my lap? Hold on. You want to climb all the way on my lap? You gotta pick up your feet, though. Okay, I'll help. Pick up your feet. She's thinking about it. Now I have her back. She's mine. Oh, mine. Oh, mine. Yay. Did you want little snacks? You want little snacks? Here. Oh, what luxury. What luxury.
Imogen, I think, is more of a snuggle bug than my dog.
Yeah, depends on the dog. I don't know about the cats at my house. But yes, this is, I mean, if it was up to Imogen, I feel like she would have her own personal assistant who would just at all times tend to her every need. Yes, and I love the chicken who is that? Is that Aspen who is just underneath the tripod? Oh, you little weirdos.
And Lady is grooming me.
Oh, Lady. Oh, well, you got flowers.
Either grooming me, I don't think I can get it from... No, can't get it.
And I mean, that's something else that people can also find unnerving about the birds, but it's just them being curious. We found the little zipper, the string.
Yes.
The, like, hoodie tie. Oh, boy. Something that this is going to be super obvious. Birds don't have hands. Right? So if they want to, like, touch something or grab something, which they often do because they are very curious, they're going to use their mouth to do it. But it's totally the sort of thing where you can tell, like, is this an aggressive bite? Or is this a curious little, And, like, Heather, like, that was obvious. Those were curious little,
Yes.
Right?
Yes. These strange feathers.
Yes, the
Must
strange.
be investigated.
And the humans are always wearing different feathers.
Yeah, look at that.
Ooh, here's some wind. Oh, no, I'm sorry. You didn't like the wind, did you? I'm sorry. I have no power over that. I have no power over that. No. Okay, hi. Oh, not the glasses, though.
But the glasses are so shiny.
She will go. Yes, that's the problem. The glasses are also shiny, and I have had... Oh, sorry, sweetheart. I think it was Michael, got super into my glasses and yanked them off of my face once. So that is the one thing that I do watch out for with them, just because I don't want her to, like, grab my glasses or any of my shinies. But other than that, I'm not worried about her doing anything to me.
So Lauren, can you explain why Imogen is white and Lady is these beautiful brown colors?
Lady is like every color.
Lady's every color.
Right? If you look at her, which is because of a cool biology thing that I can say in a second too. But, so Imogen and the other chickens who are in here are all white. This is a nice, very soft feather that someone shed. I don't know who. But they are all white. That's a common trait that you see in birds that are raised to be eaten by humans. So it's something that's bred into them. Like, if you think about turkeys, you know, probably, if you're watching this from, like, the northeastern United States, you probably have had experience with turkeys. I know, like, in my town where I grew up, there definitely were. First, there were not wild turkeys, and then there were, and it was like a whole thing. Hello! So, you know, if you see wild turkeys, they don't look anything like Imogen, right? They look really, really different. Oh, Imogen decided to go over to Heather for hugs. Oh my gosh, very cute. So, like, if Imogen was out in the woods and she's all white like that, I'm sure you can imagine she would get scooped up by a predator, like, super quick. Right? Because she would stick out really easily. So wild turkeys don't look like that. Instead, the loss of pigment in the feathers is bred into them because this part's a little gross. But at the point where the feather is like goes into their like attaches to them, if there's color in the feather, then there's going to be like a little spot where that is, and so that means like people didn't like if they're going to eat that bird, they didn't like having like spots all over it. So that's why people bred them to be all white, because then if there's no pigment in the feather, then hi, is this yours? No, I don't know if that's yours. Okay, my turn. Yay! But yes, so that is why. That's something that has been bred into them. I mean, that said, there are wild birds that might be all white, snowy egrets, snow geese, various others, but that's a, different story. Yeah, so then lady is just a different type of turkey. Imogen here is what's called a broad-breasted white turkey, which, cover your ears, is kind of your, it's okay, is kind of your generic Thanksgiving turkey. Okay, now you can listen again. But yeah, this is also, I'm just going to be a nerd for a second here. Lady's feathers, how they like shimmer like that. Yeah, she's over there now, which is why I'm gesturing. I wish there was one on the ground here that I could find, but I don't see.
I'll pan over to her real quick.
Yeah, so the shine in her feathers is because the structure of the feather the light changes when it reflects off the feathers because of the structure in the feathers. So that's how one feather can look like different colors depending on which angle you're looking at it from. Whereas colors like the brown, the black, those are the actual colors of the feathers, so that's why those don't like change colors. If you see a bird with red feathers, if you see a bird with orange feathers, with yellow feathers, those are all also the actual pigment in the feather. Ooh, you going? Okay. If you see a bird who's shiny like that, or who has green feathers or blue feathers, like perhaps like a little bluebird or a blue jay or someone like that, that's not like the real color of that feather. The real color of the feather, I guess, depends on how you look at it. But yeah, so feathers are super cool. Just like in general, feathers are fascinating. Like this is a feather. If you noticed, Imogen's got those little black things on her chest. It's called a beard. That's feather too. It's just only the middle part without the fuzzies. Birds are weird. Birds are weird. Heather, weren't we just seeing something on, what's that show we were just watching on Netflix?
Oh,
but Dances with Birds
Dancing with the Birds.
Dancing with the Birds. Oh my gosh, it's so weird that it's all like the mating dances and other attractants of all these like ridiculous color birds. Oh my god, birds are so weird.
Anyone in the comments, if you've seen what a male turkey does to impress the lady turkeys, put it in the comments.
Oh my goodness. It's scandalous. I don't know. Can we talk about that here? I don't know. Is that not safe for work? People might be at work right now, Heather. There might be children watching. No. Everything is
Janine said
friendly.
Birds are weird, but so are humans.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm sure that if we selected mates by one of us climbing onto a dead tree trunk and like, what was that one bird doing a little dance, and then the one that takes these whole shoulder pads and flips them up and then does this weird like rising and up and down thing, that's not going to make any sense unless you just like seen some of these weird birds.
Birds
but
of paradise.
If we did that stuff, we'd think it was normal, and the birds probably look at us and are like,
why no feathers?
What are these weird?
Why no shoulder feathers?
Yeah, wear shoulder feathers. How get mate? Wear shoulder feathers. Anyway, I think Imogen likes my descriptions because she's wandered away to have some little snacks. Yeah, their very favorite snacks are clovers, but it's a little bit early. Clovers are not so much poking out yet, but we have the little... Heather, what do you call these little plants?
Gill over the ground.
And what do I call them?
Ground basil.
Dirt basil!
Dirt basil.
I'm still not 100% that those are the same plants, but it is fun to say. Can I interest anyone in a snack? Can I interest anyone? Perhaps chickens? Perhaps chickens?
Oh, yum.
See, so even like, you know, the whole thing about like, oh no, is she gonna bite me? You know, even when I know Imogen, I will get you some too. Hold on, there's not the most right here, so I'm having a little, oh, there we go. Yeah, so even when like holding out the food to them, you know, as you saw, she was very gentle about it. Who was that? Where did you go? Was that Kira? Maybe Kira. She walked away. But yeah, she was very gentle about it, and you know what? If she were to miss a little bit and get my skin anyway, it would just be like a little nip. It wouldn't be a huge deal because she did it by accident because she just wanted the greens.
Janine, don't be mad, but I think it's time.
It's time.
It's time.
Oh no! But hugs for Imogen. Hugs for Imogen. Yeah.
We've got some cool stuff to talk about before we say
do.
goodbye, though.
What cool stuff?
For example, we are nominated for some pretty cool awards.
No way!
Yay!
I mean, not no way. Like, obviously we are. We're like super cool and stuff. But okay. What awards, Heather?
We are nominated for not 1, not 2, but 3 Chronogrammys. So
Imogen 3.
Chronogrammys are the Chronogram is a local paper, and this is the second year that they are having the Chronogrammys Awards for the best of the Hudson Valley. And we are nominated for Best Kids Attraction. We're nominated for Best Animal Welfare Organization. And our wonderful founder, Kathy Stevens, is nominated for Best Environmental Activist. So please vote for us. We would really appreciate it. We won Best Kids Attraction last year, so we'd love to keep that running.
Awesome. And let's see, do we also have a cooking class coming up soon, Heather?
We do.
Is that next week, the 15th?
Yeah, we do. And not only do we have a cooking class coming up next week, but you can catch us tomorrow on Jane Unchained News at 3:30. Our wonderful chef Linda is going to be live cooking some compassionate crab cakes, which are one of my all-time favorite recipes from the cookbook.
Nice.
So catch that free demo tomorrow at 3:30 Eastern on Jane Unchained's Facebook page. And tell us about the cooking class next week, Lauren.
Oh my gosh, so yeah, it's on the 15th, which is Thursday. Yes, I believe so. Isn't that also tax day? Probably should know when that is. That's not important right now. We don't talk about that kind of stuff here. We just hang out with birds. But yes, 7:30 p.m. is a Vegan 101 class with a focus on different types of proteins. Because, oh my god, plants have protein in them. Heather, did you know that?
No.
What?
Yes, totally.
How did you? Okay. Okay. Heather's messing with me. Yes, plants have protein. Various plants have various amounts, but I believe we're going to have some tofu in that class. And some tempeh and other, fantastic stuff that you can see all how it's made with Chef Linda. So we can put the link to that in the comments, wherever the comments live on the thing that you were watching this on. Yeah, and then on Thursday this week, which is the 8th? Today's the 6th? 8th? On the 8th, on Thursday this week, I will be here with Kathy, who we just mentioned, founder Kathy Stevens, doing a special live video. So it's right here on Facebook, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, Thursday the 8th of April. And we're going to be hanging out with a beautiful horse who's been with us for a long time here at the sanctuary. Should I spoil it and say who, Heather, or should we? Should I give a hint?
Perhaps a hint.
A hint. Oh, okay. So my girl she has the most beautiful blue eyes.
Oh, I know who it is.
Beautiful horse with blue eyes. That's the plan. Always slightly subject to change depending on the animals and their nonsense, which sometimes interferes with our plans, but that is the plan, and we will catch you right here then on Thursday. Sound good, Heather? Did I forget anything?
If we forgot anything, we'll leave it in the comments. Yay! Thank you so much for watching, everybody.
All right. Bye-bye, everyone. Thanks so much.